Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, lads and lasses. Stanley, Crispin, Rumbly, Tibbetub, Zoxa Point. Oh. Hello, Jerry.
Just checking for the delay.
Oh, the delay
it's
is
approximately that long.
yeah, I'd say that you're quite right on that point.
How are you, mad gas bastard?
Besides the world falling down, we have a lovely 3 degrees above zero.
Mad bastard, you.
And it's raining. Greystoke, hello. Ori Knockout Witch. Don't mind Jerry eating his ice cream. He hasn't had dinner yet. Hello, dog.
Have had a bowl of soup.
Oh, what kind of soup?
Soup.
Why should Jerry be in the pub? Isn't there anything
I was in the pub earlier.
Ah. My dog Skip, welcome.
Then I had to come home from the pub.
And Jim Stockwell. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything especially of interest on the telly right now, is it?
Oh, not really.
Wine Gums is Demon Subs eating.
It's got nuts. So.
Well, I've got a bucket of licorice in the kitchen, but we're not going to eat that. Not tonight. Not now.
Oh. My Free League Kickstarter for Zone Wars has successfully funded. Well done, me.
Very well done. Yes, Orc, wet snow, literally. It was a bit slippery today. As per usual, we are not doing what is expected of us. We're doing different stuff. So
we are gas cans.
So let me just go there. See?
Where's the film?
Empty table.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Wow.
Let me just.
It's all very exciting. I should be reading selected passages from Mein Kampf.
Well, only if you can do it in a very distinct German accent.
Why? He was Austrian.
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
Oida.
Jerry, do you know if Wargames Atlantic will be doing zombies?
Not that I've heard. Why are you after plastic zombies? Because Studio Miniatures does plastic zombies.
No,
but they are moderns.
To be light. Oh.
Oh my god.
I think I need to go a bit down more. I think this will suffice. Otherwise, I will be off grid all the times. What you eating, Jerry? I'm guessing it's an ice cream of sorts.
Yep.
Potentially
vanilla one with almonds on it.
Magnum with almonds. Or a generic. At this time of year, why not? You can eat ice cream all the time.
So fucking hot. Why is it so fucking hot?
Also, where's the point in growing up and being an adult if you can't have food you like at any time of day?
Oh, heat.
Yeah, and a heat wave in your case.
It's ridiculous. Not sure who to blame. I'll think of somebody, don't worry.
Religious, not sex. Brief update on Dwarves. 5 double ones. And
5 double ones? No, I haven't seen it.
That sounds bad.
I got the studio, it was terrible. 5 is fucking insane.
The opposite of winning the lottery?
Oh. Well.
Did you use Mantic zombies to make Napoleonic zombies, Jerry? Crispin asks.
Yeah, I just answered him. I said yes.
Oh, okay.
I did indeed. But you're limited. I say you're limited. A couple of arms. Yeah, it's fine. It was converting the Napoleonic bits was harder than getting the zombie bits. Because a lot of them had, one arm across the chest type of things. It was a pain in the arse. Oh my god. 3 turns in a row.
That sounds even more horrible.
I mean, if I'd been your opponent, I'd have been laughing my ass off. Presumably your opponent laughed his ass off. I've got a thing somewhere. Boop.
Oh no! Where's Jerry gone?
May not be appearing in a minute.
Drum roll, please.
Again.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. It's a giant mug. It's a mug bigger than any man.
Mug of monsters.
Yep. Did you ask him if he baked his dice? Were you playing Lloyd? Dear Lloyd, how long do you bake your dice?
Has he ever answered that question?
He says 20 minutes at 180 degrees.
So I'm painting my little dwarf from last time. What are you going to do, Jerry? Besides having delicious ice cream?
I've eaten my ice cream. Ice cream's gone now. No more ice cream.
No.
Yep. Do.
Naughty sixes.
Definitely think you should chin him. I moved my camera about 20 minutes now. Let's see whether or not the camera catches up on screen or if it's just going to stay there forever. It's entirely possible that camera's fucked.
That would be bad.
Yeah, it'll be funny. Because it's been pointing down at my table for some time. Get the new electric dice. Electric dice boogaloo.
Some kind of dice app. Maybe he's cheating.
Oh!
See? Sorry to make you vomit.
I've shot myself. Oh, I think Skype shot itself.
Well, I can still hear you.
Yeah, it's not like even the attempt of me turning a camera on and off. It's looked at the world and decided not. Did I see Westphalia? I might have seen it some weeks ago. And holy shit balls! Right, so let's change camera. Let's try in settings. Let's go camera. Let's change it back to the one that I was on. Survey says, have a think about it. Come on.
Welcome, dog.
Oh my god. You fucking son of a bitch.
This is Skype's doing again, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't think
very
you
much,
had that
very
much.
much so.
You didn't have that much problems with your webcam when using.
I don't have any problems with my webcam when using
Zoom.
it anywhere other than Skype. This is why nobody uses Skype. This is why you're going out of business as a company, Skype, just so you know.
I don't think Microsoft really cares.
They might do. Maybe they'll get all up in your grill like a bear. Bear Grylls. Do, do, do.
Well, it looks like your camera totally went up the bazoo.
No, but like I said, not really. Because it works. It's just not. Oh, it's working
Because
again.
Teams
It's working
is
in
even
Skype.
worse, Dave.
Oh my god. You are just the worst. You're like the Qatari people. That's how bad you are, camera. Webcam settings is the one where you work. Is that a webcam setting that I can have? Where I actually work? Oh, I'm so tempted just to leave it at that. I go back to Big Lesson. Elder D cannons. Wow. There's a lot to be said about D cannon. First thing is, I'm particularly amused at the fact that the camera settings opened in Skype, so it would show me what my camera was seeing, so I know it's definitely working, but it doesn't want to open it again and actually use it.
Skype is an odd abomination of a software.
Oh, it's horseshit. It's like a VAR referee in Qatar. Hey! Don't see why I wouldn't. Survey says.
Oh.
Oh.
I see some.
As in surprise and alarm.
Oh. That's
Holy
a nice looking
fucking
tentacly bits. Tentacly bits.
Oh, it's
Tentacles.
It's only got 8. Doesn't have tentacles. That's Goblin. We'll move him away. There's Judge Dredd riding a jet ski. He's kind of cool. Probably going to paint some of these.
Chunky bots. Nice.
Bot war, bot war, bot war, war. Look. Lesson.
Tiny lesson.
Anyway, right.
You lot all say you see yourselves out, and still I have to throw you out at the end of the show.
You do. Tried your best in field.
Don't do yourself. We won't make you have to, Hobby. We will just make you feel horribly bad.
Yeah, you can ignore them. It's not like they've got fully painted Assassin's Creed or anything, so don't worry about it. It's fine. We're all fine. Still trying to work out what colour to paint my halflings. Halflings.
Cookie dough colored.
Yeah, no, not that. Oh, just dropped a goblin on the floor.
Oh, that's never going to pop up again.
Oh, it fucking will, because it's a resin one. Oh, good looking for him at some point. You can't be far away.
The odd thing with some of these metallics is, to the naked eye, they almost look indistinguishable, and when I take a picture, I can clearly see where's bronze and where's gold. Where's the reason in that?
Oh. Saying you've got shit eyes.
Oh, very much possible.
The eye equivalent of a mother goes to Chippy in her slippers.
Also, I'm still not sure which minis I'm going to get from the latest Dunkeldorf Kickstarter.
Right.
I think they were 10...
Get the shit family.
10 miniatures at the silver level, I think.
Could be. Sounds like something that they would do.
Unless there has been another stretch goal, which I'm not aware of.
Well, it's all over. Where's Crispin? Is Crispin there? Crispin!
Yeah, he's there.
Crispin!
Pretty Wheatstraw! I summon thee. It's a box of some description. Mexico Battle Fleet.
You're Mexican or Mexicant?
All hail Cthulhu. Oh, why would we hail Cthulhu?
Why wouldn't you?
Uh,
I mean,
I'd rather worship the big spaghetti monster.
fuck him.
But he has meatballs.
Yeah, still fuck him.
Meatball
Cthulhu,
and
go.
spaghetti.
I like the bit where Cthulhu made everybody go and see it. That was my favourite bit. Now, the real question is, can I remember where I put my wet palette sheets? Or will I give up on that? My head says they're somewhere here. What are you? Nope. Nope. Nope.
Does your
Up,
wet palette require a refresh?
up. Well, the fucking phone, Batman. Found them. Does my wet palette require what?
A refresh.
Nah, I don't think so. That's the other side palette. No, I'm not looking anymore. Because I have a knife.
He's
Hold
got a
your head, this
knife.
gun. You hold your head, this gun. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
So I had a very cunning question I wanted to ask you, but I totally forgot it.
Right. If God exists, why does good things happen to bad people?
No, it was a little bit more subtle.
Oh.
And believe it or not, it was
How do
actually
hamsters fit
hobby,
so much shit in their cheeks?
and it was actually hobby related. And
Actually
not,
hobby related.
yeah, I'm a
Is that
terrible
right?
person.
Oh,
I do stuff like that.
I don't think that's allowed. I mean, somebody would have said. Oh, you need a fresh blade, do you? Or do I just need to lean on this? Do 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 do. Zort. Hobby related.
I can't even
How
remember
do you
if
get
I
so
was
much
at
hobby
the
done being so sexy?
last Tuesday, no, Thursday at Yellow Belly. I don't think so. Was I there? Can't remember.
No, you weren't. Because we would have remembered if you were there, because you would have been doing a lot of
Annoying.
puns, talking about Hitler. Usual. It's always Hitler this, Hitler
And
that.
derail the conversation with bad remarks about cookie doughs.
Maybe you were there. Was Crispin not there?
I really actually can't remember. I think I wasn't.
Fucking stick, you wet palate bastard.
The TV says
yeah,
I was
bubbles.
there. So why can't I remember?
Because you're old.
That's a reason.
Are you wearing pants? Has senility set in? And you start calling you Terry Pratchett. I remember when I told my brother that Terry Pratchett had early onset Alzheimer's, and his response was, "How did they find out? Did he try and publish The Colour of Magic for a second time?" It's very good, McCabe.
That's not a bad one. I have to give it to them.
Well, you know, the gays, they're funny people.
Oh, Orinoco Twitch, nobody expects that. What was the topic of last week's Yellow Belly?
Something. I can't remember. Was it when should you stop playing a game? I want to say Tuesday. Is that it?
Oh yeah, I think it was. When do you give up?
Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday's the best day to give up. That's what I do every week.
I'm way ahead of you on that thing. I never start. Also, I'm drinking my lovely brown lemonade.
I think I've got his stats for Wrath of Kings. It's kind of ridiculous. I'd have to lift down Delta 10. No, I can't be arsed there. So.
Is he overpowered?
God?
Yes.
A little bit. It's very amusing. What do you call that guy? Dave? Dave was brought on board by Cool Mini or Not, the website where you rate people's paintings. For the, it wasn't even second edition Wrath of Kings. Let's call it 1.5 reprint, just before they shat it all over the place. And I was talking one day, and I started listing some of the things that they should do to make a more interesting character. And I just read the character card from the Ancient King. But it was before he got there, so he was unaware that this was a card that existed in the Kickstarter. And so whenever I'm going, oh no, you can just do this, because that's incredibly overpowered. You're going, yeah, no, it's fine, it'll be fine. It works very well. I think it said, you know, where are we? No, it just gives you this fluff on the back. It must have been the actual Kickstarter itself. It explained that at no point should you ever actually field this. Ever. It was part of the Kickstarter. It was not to be fielded. So,
this is not legal. This is just for funsies.
Yeah, pretty much. So, if I remember right, and it's been a long time since I looked at Wrath of Kings, the numbers down the side are what people roll when they hit you. So different monsters and stuff would have different results. So some might have a parry or a riposte, or magic attacks don't count, or some shit like that. So you'd roll a d10. So on a 1 to 5, he'd get a magical riposte against you, and on a 6 to 10, he'd get a physical riposte against you. So anytime you attacked him, you were getting fucked. His stats were just max 10, 10, 20, 10. It's just like, yep, fuck you. And then his special rules were, where are we? Yep. So Strike of the True King, melee, 10 dice melee attack, hitting on 2s. Models targeted by this attack are killed. Not hit, not damaged,
Killed.
Targeted. Just, I'm going to roll against you now. I'll roll 10 dice, you're dead. Bye. Or Wrath of the True King, which is a 10 dice magical attack. Models targeted by this attack are killed. Special ability, enemies may not target this model with any attacks or abilities. And he is the True King of Arcania. At the start of each round, each opponent loses 20 morale. And the game was based on morale. When your morale hit 0, you lost. I think you generally started with like 60. So you'd just wander about for 3 turns and then you'd lose.
It sounds like an old book Bible god.
Oh yeah, very much. He appeared, he did the Lord's own work, and then he disappeared, leaving his kids in charge of various factions, and they all fucked things up. It's quite nice. He's very smiley. He's a smiley looking fellow. Don't know if you can see that. Probably not.
Well, barely.
Oh, wait and see whether or not I guess. No, I can't get his face in.
Oh, that's a creepy smile.
Oh, creepy smile. It's friendly.
It's
a friendly guy.
Friendly ghost.
Does friendly things with friendliness. Anyway.
What faction does he ascribe to?
In Wrath of Kings, all/none. All 5 factions were based on his children. So Alpha and the Omega styling. This picks up my base metallic colour.
Speaking
Kids playing along at home.
of
It's
weird people doing
that, man.
streams on a Thursday. Welcome. Hello, Mr. Cookie.
Oh, what faction does God ascribe to? Not that God in particular, just God. He's Jewish, so Israeli Defense Force. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
You're not allowed to. You're German. I think you're allowed to have any statements about the Jews at all.
Oh, I'm allowed to have all the statements, but I just need to take the hit on it later.
You mad bastard.
You should choose his favorite child. That's the advantage of having only one child. You don't need to choose.
So what the fuck happened to Argentina then, huh?
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Madness. Absolute fucking madness. Everybody was too busy looking at Qatar and Ecuador that we all missed out the fact that Saudi Arabia are also in it. I imagine the Saudis were told if they didn't perform well, they'd end up chopped into pieces in a fucking suitcase in the Turkish embassy somewhere, so...
Why would somebody take goals away? Do they have enough? I think that is a rich country. Can't they afford a goal for everyone?
Probably. Oh. You know, they get very annoyed when anybody questions them.
Oh, you can't say that. That's very rude. You poor kids you don't have.
Just look at them as spare parts. You know, if you get some sort of terrible disease or something that's a bit little wee geezer, requires like bone marrow or shit like that. Kids are really handy to have. That's why I keep a crowd of them locked in my basement. At least one of them must be a match.
Mass produced.
I do. Not my kids.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
There's just like a lot of schools in the area. It's very easy to pick them up. Same thing that if you get your hands on a kid in Denmark that's been missing for 2 hours, it's just legally yours.
Finders keepers.
Makes sense when you think about it. I suppose I should probably try and keep that in fucking picture or some shit.
Well, you could.
I could.
But it's our show, so we can do what we like.
That's true. Don't have to. You're not the boss of me, Ray Darcy from Kildare.
I think I might have infected Westphalia with an idea for new miniatures.
Right.
There is an old German TV show that's basically imagine Homer Simpson being a grumpy old German.
Okay.
And,
is that the guy who had the cupboard full of beards?
No.
Shame. He's
great. So his name is Awful Afraid, if you translate his nickname, and Westphalia somehow reminded me of that on Twitter, and we got into a little debate, and yeah, I now want that one as a miniature.
Fair enough.
It didn't sound like they were totally objecting to the idea.
Well, you know, could have been worse. When two Germans start discussing what they should do, at least nobody suggested retaking the Sudetenland.
Who wants to have that now? Also, we're just waiting for prices to drop even more so we can buy Britain.
Why the fuck would you want them?
Well, we would cut it up into little pieces. We sell Northern Ireland to the rest of Ireland. We set the Scots
Ireland
free,
can't afford that.
and the rest will be... well, we would loan you the money. We are generous gods like that.
Well, that's very decent of you.
Hi, Nick. Mr. Primary Grey.
We'd just wait though, because I'm sure we could get the price knocked down a bit. We've had our 5th bomb alert in 7 days today, so it's all going swimmingly.
Is it that bad again?
Brexit winning. Only 2 of them have gone off and actually been viable, and nobody's been killed yet. So they're still learning. In many respects, it's like the late 60s again. There's a lot of people wanting to blow shit up, but nobody really knowing what to do, because all the people who used to blow shit up are all very old now and don't. So it's mostly young people who are morons. But yeah, give them a couple of years, they'll be back at it.
Well, I get
I
that.
personally look forward to seeing the first bomb in England, because then maybe they'll finally remember what the fucking troubles were like and why they shouldn't have fucked around with Brexit to fuck us.
Yeah.
And I have no sympathy when that happens. Anybody who voted for Brexit fucking deserves it.
I get that things are... That some kinds of fashions get back and around all the time, but there's some things we really don't need again.
Oh, it's retro. It's very retro, yeah. It's good. Good times. 30 years. So what would that be, the 90s? Yeah. That would be very much the retro period of the Troubles.
And also, as for someone absolutely from the outside, the simple wording, the Troubles, seems so harmless until the second you start to deep dive into the topic.
Well, there's 2 reasons. One, the Troubles was a nickname given to Irish Rebellion in Cork before partition. So when shit kicked off post-partition in the north, they once again referred to it as the Troubles, as in, trouble with Ireland. And secondly, if they called it a war, then that would have required things like prisoner of war status, and also it would have meant that international rules would have had to be adhered to for political prisoners. Whereas if you didn't call it a war, you just call it the Troubles, it means you don't get things like visits from Amnesty International when you're beating the shit out of people. So, it's all good. All good. I hope Nigel Farage just caught up in a blast with his family. I'll fucking teach him.
Just in case they start swearing, I may have popped a lid on an old bottle of paint.
Right. That's good. All of your miniatures?
Not yet.
Oh, well, there's still time. It's early.
I'm expecting a catastrophe to strike at any minute.
To be fair, I don't think the old ones knew how to do the maths. It's mostly just launch shit and hope for the best. It's up and down, up and down.
You don't need maths for a mortar, you just need a very strong imagination.
Imagination.
And maybe do some trials.
Remember a mortar attack on Downpatrick police station where they missed the police station and landed in the housing estate on the other side in Lindoyle? That was hilarious. It really fucked off my aunt. It completely destroyed her new settee because it blew all the windows in. Everything was covered in glass.
Yeah, I would very much like that not to happen again.
Oh, too late.
You think it's all to we aren't all orcs. I never said you were orc.
Might have. You don't know.
Also, I thought orcs was the derogative term for...
Russians.
Yes. Did I misunderstand some things, or a more generic term?
I don't know. Maybe there's a
Oh.
certain amount of wargism. I don't know.
Imagination and mortar makes them... Yeah, I see what you mean. Will it into existence? Woololore, yes, indeed. The more interesting part of it, at least.
So what are you doing with your thing? Is it for Frostgrave?
I'm not sure. Just currently, I'm just painting it because it's there and it wanted some paint, and I think, yeah, we just put some paint on it. Paint is good. A bit of tartan on the side, a bit of tartan on the head.
Do you mean the RUC station deck? The wedding cake? It's all bomb-proof, mortar-proof, and everything else.
Honestly, can't remember where the old town hall is. Where the old courthouse is.
Yeah, Demon Sub, and basically that's the way I think I'm going to go with most minis in the foreseeable future. Otherwise, I'm never getting anything done. And that would be a shame, wouldn't it?
Yep. What are we talking about?
How's the idea coming along, Jerry, about a live game of Board War on OTT? Is that still on the table, or is that just a pipe dream of mine?
That's still on the table. Just need to find the time.
Oh, and just in case somebody is worrying that I may be out of miniatures to paint tonight, I prepared a little something. Hold on. Here comes the choo-choo train.
Batley Tech.
Yes. All of the battery tech, except for...
The old rogue, huh?
Jerry's painting Board War. The giant stompy robot thing game with dinosaurs. Treasures? I think treasures.
Treasures. Avatars of... Sorry, Champion of Life. And the Avatar of Life.
Dave, no, that's the core set, the... what's the other thing called again? I can't remember. Hold on.
Alpha Strike.
No, that's the next one. Clan Invasion.
Oh no. The worst part ever. He likes the clan. Except
It's
rednecks
nice
in the south.
miniatures. But Alpha Strike, when they go live, that's a Kickstarter I'm going to back again. Unless they have some kind of weird extra postage going on.
That's pretty much the only way you can get it, isn't it? If you don't back the Kickstarter, you're fucked.
Yes and no. There are distributors in Europe.
Right? But none of them have any stock.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most of them are dry currently.
Yeah. So if you want it, you need to have the Kickstarter.
If you want to have it in a timely fashion, at least, yeah, that's and not be like some online show host we know who pays an awful lot of money for a eBay just to have it delivered some days later at the regular price.
Yeah, but that was only because he'd waited how many months without anybody getting it back in stock?
Yeah, it was just bad
It had
timing.
been out of stock for over 8 months.
Had he paid the scalper's price a month after release, nobody would have picked on him. But having paid that amount of money just days before it's back in stock is just so much bad timing.
Oh yeah, but again, that's down to the company not
Yeah,
having
I'm not
any
blaming
stock
John.
anywhere,
It's
and
just
also
he
having
went.
absolutely no communication with their fan base. They're like GW. It's like, fuck yous. We'll do what we want when we want to.
I think that's boiling down because if you put if I look at the numbers for the last Kickstarter, if you add all regions of the world together, you're still not 50% of what the US is making. So, yeah, I bet they have other things to care about than us puny Europeans.
I don't even think it was Europe. I think it was across the board. They didn't have any stock on their shop.
Yeah, but stock that did arrive was then distributed in America first.
Oh, we call that the FFG maneuver. You two can have fuck all.
Well, with FFG, at least the translated stuff came directly to the countries that it were shipped to and not via warehouse in the US.
Yes and no.
I know the German translation did come directly from China.
Yeah. But I also know at one point the English language stuff was redirected from Europe back to America.
Because it's English, and they wouldn't redirect the German stuff because they wouldn't use it.
Yep. So while they do ship it directly, they weren't adverse to just fucking their fan base over.
After all, we must not forget they are all just companies, and companies want to make money, and they don't really give a crap about anything but.
Yeah, but they'd have made the same money if it had arrived in Europe, and they wouldn't have had to pay additional shipping costs.
Yeah, but the Americans are on their doorstep. They actually can come around, and they carry guns.
Just Shara bastards. I'm glad they've fucked it, and they fucked their fan base, and now they're going to fuck everybody with Shatterpoint, which doesn't even have Mace Windu in it. And that,
doesn't?
I think, well, he's not in the box, and yet they've called it Shatterpoint.
Okay, yeah, that's an odd choice.
Why call it Shatterpoint if you're not going to have Mace Windu in it? They are Shara of unholy bastards.
And I'm really looking forward to when the actual pricing comes around. For some reason, I think it's going to be more costly than Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Think so?
I don't know why. It's a gut feeling.
I think they'll just keep the Marvel Crisis Protocol costing because it's already ridiculously expensive anyway.
Yeah, but you can add Star Wars tax.
You know, they've already got Marvel/Disney tax on it.
The fun thing is, every time they do something on social media and say, yeah, come to our Facebook group to talk about Shatterpoint, they always emphasize it's a moderated group. Yeah, why would you need to emphasize that groups are
Because
moderate?
people keep arriving going, are you going to kill Legion? Why are you doing this? Why is it a new scale? What have you done?
Yeah,
Got
but
cats.
groups on Facebook are generally moderated. You don't need to emphasize that. That's just bad practice. But then again, what do I know?
Saga group isn't moderated.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody with moderator status.
Oh well, Doug's got moderator status, but how often do you kick people out of the group, Doug? Do you even care? I know occasionally there's the Indian people selling us real estate that we keep, but otherwise,
Really?
I don't think any of us give a fuck.
Well, the only Indian spam in Facebook groups I'm aware of is an Mel's Terrain group where they do some weird inspiring videos and crap.
Inspiring videos and crap. COVID. That's why we stopped meeting up in person. Every now and again, Henrik. I'm going to say Henrik because Henrik Larsson was a fucking majestic footballer for Celtic. Every now and again he asks, and then we reset the clock. So if we're going to go back and then somebody goes, oh, I wish they were back in, I'm not going to watch XLBS until they go back in the studio. We just put it back another 3 or 4 weeks. It's the only way people will learn.
It's like, what's it called again? Turn Back the Clock, the big stomping robot movie.
Pacific Rim Job.
Yes, that's the one.
With Idris Elba. The most Elba of Idrises.
Oops.
Well said.
Pardon my French.
You pardon away, son. Oh, I think that's Scatter Point, Orinoco.
Scatter Point?
Yep.
I'm not sure I want to know what you are talking about.
We're discussing whether or not Shatterpoint is the name of one of your specialist films, but if it's coming out of Germany, it's going to be called Scat, not Shat.
See, I said I didn't want to know.
And yet, I told you. Wacky fun.
Oh, that sarcasm. My sarcasm detector nearly threw the blanket there.
I've heard Justin has demanded a wall to keep the plebs away from him at next year's UKGE.
So you're getting him a giant hamster ball?
He said something like Crispin's going to pay for it.
These humongous inflatable hamster balls look very...
Oh, Zorbs. That'd be good.
In case you want to get away, you just roll over people. How are peeps supposed to lick his head then? Yeah, lick by proxy, I guess.
If you just save up your spit into a fairy liquid bottle and then just squirt it out, that would work. Well, it would work,
Yeah.
though. Just telling you it would work.
Probably would, yes. Lick the ball. Nah. Don't lick Justin's balls.
Oh my god. That would be terrible.
He actually might enjoy it.
Have to ask his fiancée.
Why? Does she have a monopoly on them?
Oh, I'm sure she'll be able to tell you whether or not Justin enjoys having his balls licked.
We didn't talk about him enjoying it. Hello, Soap Dodger.
Soap, 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 soap. So Soap, another country that took the moral high ground and chose not to qualify for the World Cup. Same as Ireland. Well done, Scotland. Really, all the other fuckers go in there. They've no leg to stand on.
I find the discussion quite hilarious that people are now just so angry that they don't wear that weird arm bandage. And at the same time, I say, why did they go there in the first place? They should just not gone and say you can have your blood-infested stadiums in soaking heat and weather and go fuck yourselves.
But you'd miss out on staying in a £200 a night tent. It's got a fan in it. Just saying.
What to be said about it?
I'm not
We'd
sure
be coming at home.
I'm a fan of that.
I think we can all agree that it's not coming home because Greece didn't even qualify.
Yes, Dave, I think Jerry said fiancé. Though I always thought that she was called Beyonce, but then again, what do I know? But
Did you know Soap? They won a World Cup in 1966, but they've been very restrained about mentioning it. Nice one, Doug.
Oh, yeah, very. It's. I won't repeat that because that's one that stays in the archives. People on YouTube, you should have been here to have that one on screen. Why, Jave? What should John be doing now? Just because Justin has a fiance? Could be a menage a trois. For all I know.
I think John's retreated in the world of remote control cars and banana washer. If you're not aware of a banana washer, you should Google that.
No.
I mean, no.
You shouldn't.
Tell me, no, you son of a bitch. Definitely should. Google banana washer now. We'll wait.
Please don't.
There's nothing wrong with a banana washer. How's you going to get your washer bananas clean?
Why would you even want to wash your banana?
Pesticides and stuff.
You don't eat the frickin' skin. You peel it.
Yeah, but then you peel it and you get all the pesticides and stuff on your hands, and then you rub your nose. Or it's better to scrub your banana clean with the banana washer. It's scientifically proven to wash your banana.
Just in case some spider comes out of the box.
Yeah, also that. You won't get bitten by a false widow or any of that shit.
Banana! I wonder, does Banana Man fit into the banana washer?
Part of him will. But also Banana Man was a child. So I think that makes you a paedophile.
What?
What? Anybody
What?
who isn't Googling banana washer at home, you're missing out. You really need to just Google banana washer. There are videos
Yes, very, very interesting ones.
showing you how you wash your banana.
What if your bananas is shaped like a turnip? Well, then you're shit out of luck. Or somebody sold you a yellow painted turnip.
Yep. There's a lot to be said about the banana washer. It's it really is specifically designed for man-made bananas. None of your natural bananas. None of that. Don't want that.
It's mine. I'll wash it as fast as I like.
Is that crispin?
No, Doug.
Shocking.
I'm not sure Crispin is still paying attention to chat.
Oh, I'd be paying attention if he'd seen the banana washer. He'd be there.
Maybe he's already ordered some, or is trying to reconstruct them with his 3D printing skills.
I mean, I'm sure you could. Some sort of silicon-like thing would probably be better.
Daily Mail says UK banana will no longer fit in the banana washer since we left the EU.
That's a shame. Is that a Brexit benefit? I know Jacob Rees-Mogg is still trying to find some.
Can you imagine the sheer joy on the face of the Brexiteers if they actually find something that is an advantage?
They'd shit themselves with excitement and delight. I mean, there are Brexit benefits, just not for the people who voted for Brexit. The people who've made a fortune on the stock market, I'm sure they could tell you all about the Brexit benefits. Well, we shorted the pound, we sunk the stock market, we made fucking millions.
Where's my watch? There's my watch.
You don't know, I can't tell you. I did that.
Oh, that's a chunky boy.
Isn't he though? He's a big fucking mad fat bastard. He's got a huge ass. Bear in mind, he's made up of these 5 little tiny fellows. There may be some slight difference in scaling somewhere.
I think there's something
Just
not
shit all over
right
myself.
in regards to mass and the conservation of such.
Something not right in the preservation of my t-shirt. It's just spilt metallic all down it. Ah well. That's okay. I've got a finger. I can wipe it off.
Live on cam, Jerry fingering himself. You don't get that on OTT or on Weekender or the XLBS.
Do, but yeah, it's all below the camera, so you don't often. You have to imagine. Awful lot of imagining going on.
Imagine all the people. So, what will be the next jerry can?
I don't know.
No idea yet, or?
Nope.
Oh, shame. Here I was thinking I could lure your secrets.
If I knew that, I'd film it. So that one goes.
Well, that's, yeah. I can see that there's a slight problem then.
Imagine at some point I'll have to retire it. There may be a jerry can as I try to find all the jerry cans on the website and recategorize them so they're all fucking listed. Because if you search jerry can on the website, you don't find them all. And if you find a jerry can and click on it and pull up shows and stuff, you still don't find them all.
No, it's not completely categorized.
Oh, they are. It's just that somebody made 3 different jerry can tags.
Oh, God.
So some are tagged with one or some or all, depending on how they're feeling on any given day of the week, I think.
Yeah, Jerry, Nick, I'm pretty sure it won't be a jerry can slap chop.
The hooker bit your tongue off?
Unless he finds some way to use the actually shopping thing for some hobby-related stuff.
You try and make your own clump foliage with one, I suppose. Who could bit your tongue off?
Friends of General Hayek. Hello.
Hello.
And
Where'd I see your name today?
good evening.
Was it War Games Illustrated? Or
That's
could it be
one of those paper thingies, isn't it?
magazine? Yep.
Well, we'll never catch on.
I think it was. The this month's War Games Illustrated mentioned / outed you, saying you meet, play games, people are welcome. It's an outrage.
Dan came and visited.
That makes sense.
So how much more Bot Wars Unpainted do you have left, apart from the one that's on screen currently?
None? Yeah, none.
That's an interesting number.
Yep, I thought so.
I'm still a bit in shock and surprised that the weird folk over at Fantasy World seem to have actually ordered more from Anthony.
Have they received it and not sent it back, though?
Not yet.
Yeah, well, there you go then. You be in shock all you want, but until it actually remains in your country, there's no point in picking them up.
I'm not going to celebrate unless I've got some of those in my hand. Oh, speaking of celebrating, there was a charity raffle last week, and I just bought some tickets for shits and giggles. And I won a little prize. Fucking 40k Primaris Destructor thingamajigs.
Class.
Why?
Is it in box still?
I guess yes.
That means you can exchange it for goods or labour of an equal value.
Yeah.
I got this as a present. I don't want this. I would like to change, please. At the words of the great Peter Cook, brought your daughter back. She's no use to me. Hope you die soon. Just say that
So
as you hand out a cross.
It won't, because I can't be asked. Class, he said with unbridled excitement.
Is that striped skirt changing to a kilt? It's practically a kilt already, isn't it?
Yeah, he has got tartan on the side and on his head, so that's enough tartan, I feel.
Is it tartan though, or is it plaid?
I don't know. I don't care. It's some kind of weird... what you call it?
Tartan is a specific pattern equated to a family or that sort of thing. And plaid is just generic.
Well,
Striped
then it's
subjects.
probably just generic.
You can thank the French for tartan.
Yes, Stephen, I did. That's the Indomitus box that's still sitting on top of the shelf.
Ha! Class.
But
Yeah,
the
it's a big bat.
the thingamajigs, the Necrons have been built and primed silver.
Right. A magical waste of time.
Yes. And the other thing I won from OTT was the Warcry battle thingamajig box.
Class.
That I gifted as a prize to the 2-set raffle for last week. I took as a prize to give away.
Haven't they suffered enough?
Nope.
It's like the Budweiser. No, Budweiser aren't allowed to sell their Budweiser because Qatar. So they've said that the massive warehouse full of Budweiser that they'd brought over for the World Cup, that is now just going to sit there, will be given to the winning country.
That sounds awfully horrible.
Yeah, I mean, is this a way to try and... What if nobody else wants to win the World Cup now and America get through by default? It's the only people willing to drink that piss.
That's a theory.
Makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah. De-incentivizing winning the World Cup. Yeah.
Yep. Very much so. It's a fucking threat. That's what it is.
I mean, come to think of it, would you really want to be in people's memory as a country that has won the most stupidest place on earth to hold a football cup? Probably not.
To be honest, I think whoever wins it will still go, we've won the World Cup.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They won't be that upset in the grand scheme of things. Unless, of course, it's Germany, where are you even allowed to import Budweiser into Germany? So it doesn't count as beer.
Yeah, it goes straight to Cologne and is mixed with Kölsch.
Okay.
Which is basically the same.
You've got a plan.
Remember when Budweiser was renamed America for a year? What the...
Yep.
Actually was?
Yep.
Why?
I want to say, because I want to say it was for the American World Cup, actually. But it didn't hold me to that. No, because that would have been 94, and it's more recent than that. Why did they do it?
Because freedom, yeah, and they've got freedom fries, all right.
Yeah, it's just because they didn't want to big up the French.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think actually French fries are Belgian invention.
Yep. And yet nobody credits them. It's all too busy going, well, shit. Isn't this just god awful? Yes, it is.
Could be worse.
Could it?
Yeah, somebody could be coming across the marginal line again.
That's true. You've been very good for this century. Well done, yous.
The century still has 80 years to go, so don't praise us too early.
Yeah, but so far you've been great. Keep it up. Well done, Germany.
Dave, I think I saw them running away with your intent to paint them.
Dark Age minis. Interesting. I haven't seen MacWarrior Dark Age in ages. I had a friend bought loads of it and then spent a productive amount of time tearing them off those big clicky bases and rebasing them so you could just play MacWarrior. Because it was possibly one of the most cost-effective ways of getting infantry and tanks.
Oh, I think we have a little war in our chat. Cookies Kit Hor is telling Crispin that American chocolate is sucking.
It's a very good example of how your palate can be set over time, because I think Americans all love American chocolate and dislike the more milky thing that we have over here, and then vice versa. If you've grown up on European chocolate, then the American stuff tastes like somebody has scraped their feet into it.
Yeah, I think I'll be blaming corn syrup on this.
Oh,
Mainly.
I'm pretty sure it predates corn syrup. It's like something to do with the cocoa solids and husks and stuff that gets used, and then the obviously milk chocolate over here. I want to say I think we have a higher percentage of cocoa in European chocolate, and then obviously your milk chocolate has milk and blah blah blah, milk fats and solids, whereas they have a different sort of base for the likes of that Hershey stuff. So, but it just it defines your palate over time.
Oh god, now they're bringing Trump to the front. This is going off the rails.
You should be reading all that out, like what the Twitch streamers do in their hot tubs. Thank you for the follow, Doug. Yes, Hershey's is transgender chocolate.
Where the hell? I need to make a wash.
Hovercraft is full of eels. Do you think Trump's going to get through the primaries, Crispin? Assuming he's still alive, because let's face it, it's not like he exercises and takes good care of his dietary requirements.
No, it's never on rails. Okay. What's happening now?
I don't know.
I think my smartphone is acting up. Let's just disconnect it.
Found an unopened Easter egg in November. That's
Oh god,
outrageous.
don't open.
Oh, they'll be fine.
Don't open.
There's a packet of chewing gum in a cupboard downstairs. I don't know when it was bought or who bought it. It's best before the 24th of November 2016. But apparently I'm the only one tall enough to see it, so I've just left it there.
Nick, I don't know what you're supposed to spend 10,000 channel points on. I don't even know what that is.
It's when people watch you, they accrue channel points, and then you're probably supposed to flash your nips at them or something.
Oh, those things.
Yeah.
Are they worth any money? I don't think so. I think that's just the bits.
I don't think so.
I think that's the bits and the cheers and the whatnots.
Oh yeah, the stuff that people have to pay you are all worth something. The channel points that you give us is worth fuck all.
I see.
You are as tight as a gnat's chuff.
I am. Where's my? There's my brush.
You know, a gnat's chuff is literally as tight as a gnat's chuff.
Oh yes, send it to Ashens. Ashens is always a great choice for weird eating.
What? Who? What?
Ashens, the Twitch channel.
Leshen?
Yeah, that sometimes.
I don't know who an Ashens is. I'm keeping the chewing gum. I've known it was there since before it went out of date. I just have no inclination to remove it because I don't know who put it in there. Maybe someday they'll come looking for it. Go, hang on a minute. Didn't I buy a packet of chewing gum about 10 years ago? And if I go, I threw it out, they'll be outraged. So it's easier if it just stays there on that shelf above the biscuits. Bimp, bimp, bimp. to get a load of metallic done, I'm going to throw fucking oil all over this to fuck. Just saying.
Oh, cheery bits from Rumbly 8. That's the ones that make money somehow. To be honest, I still can't really wrap my head around how the whole monetization stuff on Twitch works. But then again, I'm not using this to make money, so I shouldn't care, should I? No, I don't think so.
Just tell people you take your kecks off.
I'll keep it on if you pay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, better again. Hey, B, or I'll strip.
My blowhole? No, I won't show you my blowhole, Crispin.
Delightful thought.
Why don't people keep telling me that I'm out of shot because I'm short-sighted?
I don't even care. Also, I'm not looking at your thing because it's behind me. So, A, I don't know. B, I don't care. People want to see paint jobs that go to a proper channel that does painting.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have kept my other camera on instead of this, but then you'd just be looking at the side of my head. Again, don't care.
That's the thing that I always wonder why people do that. I mean, I get if they have a face camera and they talk to people, but just seeing the top of their head is why.
Maybe they want to show that they don't have dandruff. Head and shoulders.
Sometimes they don't even have hair, so why even bother?
Duncan Gidgey. Just Twitch streaming. Huh. Interesting.
No, you don't get my bathwater. Water is expensive. And I can't export my farts in a jar as they are classified as biological warfare.
Mm. Farts in a jar. Wasn't there somebody doing that online, and it was like their boyfriend was filling them? They couldn't get enough guff up on a regular basis.
Yeah, and also she went to hospital because she overstretched herself doing it.
Over-egged the pudding.
Something.
That's amazing. That's just the best thing I've heard in a long time. I was trying to push one out to fill a jar to send to some moron who wants to buy my farts on the internet, and squeezed too hard and popped a blood vessel.
There's this one video game podcast I listen to that's the completely unnecessary podcast. And
Okay.
One of the hosts has a, what's it called?
Sideline? Fetish?
No, the service where you can call and they talk some line you pay them for. Cameo.
Spartans?
Cameo, that's the one.
All right, okay.
And he had requests of people, could you show us your feet?
Sure. You do you. Crazy people, you do you.
I mean, why would you ask a podcast show host to show his feet?
I think we all know why. Because somebody wanted to do the 5-knuckle shuffle while looking at the guy's feet. That's why. I don't think any of us are surprised.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Surprised? Not really. Sadly.
Think of
A
it.
victimless crime. Have you smelled some of those feet, Dick? Yes, sometimes we just need to wash a banana. Banana!
Oh, you find a banana washer? I never go around to it.
I'm now painting Battletech Elementals. Just as a short distraction. These are really tiny.
How tiny is really tiny?
I'm saying 6 mil head to toe.
It's not that tiny then.
That's some of the most tiniest miniatures I've ever painted.
Yeah, but then it's a Battletech mech, so it's still the size of a 28mm figure. It's not like you're painting a man in camo.
No, I'm painting a big man in a armored suit.
Oh yeah, we're doing something clever.
It's the elementals. It's the infantry.
Oh yeah, look at that. So it is. Well done, you. They look a bit more like 8mm than 6mm. You got a ruler. You should measure that and let us know.
So the guy in front is actually 10 mil, and the one to his left is 8 mil. So I stand corrected. Apologies for misleading the audience.
Shocking.
Don't buy this by accident. I'm not clicking that link.
Is it
It's an Amazon link. I'm guessing it's some kind of fruity thingamajig, potentially, possibly.
is that banana washer though?
It says stainless vegetable strawberry dishwasher.
Ah, you know. Doesn't sound like a banana washer.
Dave, I don't understand what you're asking with that question. Earth, fire, wind, or heart?
Yeah, he's trying to work out what elemental it is.
Heart isn't an element.
It is for Captain Planet.
This ain't no kids show.
Did you ever see Don Cheadle's? I think it was Saturday. No, it was College Humor. His College Humor version of Captain Planet.
No.
Oh, it's well worth watching at some point. Not right now. It would take too long. There's lots of it. But Captain Planet loses his shit.
I always wondered why there aren't more cartoons, animations, or movies of superheroes just going, I don't care anymore. You lot keep getting yourself into trouble. I don't care to have you to rescue you every time now and again.
Did you watch Invincible?
Nope. I don't think
Oh, you should watch Invincible. It's what Superman would be if he was real.
Oh, I think I've seen the trailer. It's a bit like Hancock.
No.
Judging by the trailer alone.
No.
No, it's not.
No. Well, Hancock was. He's a superhero. He's the only superhero, and he's a drunk and a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Invincible is. There's loads of superheroes, and Invincible is just this kid who's just come into being a superhero.
Watchmen. I think I've seen it. Isn't that the one where
Dr. Manhattan gets his knob out.
somebody gets exploded in front of the building?
In front of the building? Do you mean Ozymandias' Antarctic retreat, Karnak?
I think so.
That building?
And the guy that get exploded is early in the movie sitting somewhere in a jail screaming, "You're all in here with me."
Walter Kovacs. Rorschach.
Rorschach. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think I've seen it once or twice.
Comics, very good. A Hancock superhero film starring Hancock would be amazing. Fog. Just, yeah. We just all see it now.
No, I've said this before, but I really hate painting silver and metallics because it's very hard for me to see where I was. I haven't painted yet. It's horrible. Too much light, too little light, bad eyesight.
If you paint everything metallic and then start covering it up.
But wouldn't that be a waste of precious color?
Yeah, maybe. Who could say for certain? Well, obviously we could, but, not going to. Kind of feel like that should be metallic as well. I'm entirely certain why they're spiky. Why are you spiky tires?
Off-road?
It's more like, I don't know, like a railway sort of wheel rather than a tire.
Oh, have you seen that Anthony's actually having some old miniatures back in stock currently?
Yep.
For a limited time only.
Mm.
And there are some very nice designs, and I'm almost tempted.
Almost tempted.
Almost.
Like
Not quite.
James almost.
Almost. Moist of Liftpick. So, chat, has any of you lot out there done any hobby, or you're just doing hobby by proxy now?
Fairly certain Crispin's working.
He's a machine of sorts.
He works his machine. He's a T1000 series.
Yes.
Pow, 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 pow.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Sending Frostgrave terrain.
Ooh. Resin or wood? Both are obviously excellent to sand.
Outbound Studios Tree Man thing. Oh, that's a lovely miniature.
Ooh, wow, where?
Demon Sap is painting an Oakbound Studios Tree Man. Wolves 25mm buildings. I don't know what that is. Jerry, do you know what that is?
Painting hovels. They're peasant buildings.
Oh, okay.
Like what a peasant would live in.
So things that would be not far off the expertise of Fugu.
Oh no, a lot of the Fugu stuff's really nice. Wouldn't class those as hovels. It's easy for you to say. Should probably paint
Puzzle
Santa Claus.
Maker. Oh, okay. I see.
Oh.
I spy with my little eye mold lines.
Best kind.
But since these are already pre-assembled and there's no way in hell I'm going to reach that part, I'm just going to slaughter it with paint.
Slaughter it with
And
paint.
pretend it never happened. You're not here.
Son of a bitch.
You go away. We just paint happy little accidents. A woolly rhino eating mostly acorns. What? I see. I see.
God.
And Soap is painting goblins. Oh! There's a Jerry. Are you done painting, sir?
Yeah, leave it at that for a moment anyway. Look for something. Just not there. First off, we'd look for hovels, because I haven't heard of them. And now I'm confused. So I figured you could look at me while I look at this. Hovels Limited. Oh.
Very old school, says Dave.
Ooh. Well, they do 15 and 20 mil as well. Did you Celtic Roundhouse, show me that. Oh, I've seen these in War Games Illustrated and other things cropping up. Didn't realize they'd come from here. I assumed that they'd been scratch built.
That's either a compliment or a very,
No, that's
very
a compliment.
harsh criticism.
Nope. Don't criticize people who scratch build stuff. They're putting time and effort in.
Okay.
No. I was going to say, did you hear Timecast is selling up? Looking to close down. That's interesting. If anybody's after any Timecast, tiny fighting buildings, or I really like their latex roads and marshlands and shit like that.
Yeah, Citeris is also shutting down.
I seen that a little while ago. Whenever Gauge Master started running down their stock, and then they had a sale on it to clear out the stuff they had. It's a disappointment, crushing disappointment.
Some of their line has been picked up by a local company, but I don't think it's the terrain pieces. I think it was something else from the Citatis range. So
I had a few miniatures as well. Must go back. Oh, I've got Hugomon.
well, you know what? This is a great time to step off. I feel this little chat has gotten really nice. Maybe a wee bit more silvery.
Do-do-be-do-be-do. Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo. People.
No, we don't shoot people here.
Shoe people. Different.
Shoot people.
Yep.
Okay, shoot people.
Shoo-shoo-shoo-shoo.
So
People.
what's the...
Do-be-do-be-do.
Where's my...
Kind of want to do a sub pen for 0200 hours for some clandestine operations. But I also don't want to look too annoying. To pick in the Monday Facebook Hobby Weekend Roundup, blah blah blah.
That's the ghoul that
Yeah, 25
Dimmit's
mil
up
Celtic
is
Roundhouse is
painting.
great.
That looks nice.
Slua.
And now I'm going
It's
to
cute.
have a look at that weird link that Nick had in stock.
Is
Oh
it
yeah,
banana
that's
washer?
a banana cutter.
Oh, that's not so
Don't get your banana into that. That's
Sub pen.
not
German
good.
sub pen. In France, better again. Show me those. They're all very blocky and industrial and not much in the way of. But I mean, what if I want a load of people to be ninjaing around the place with woolly hats on and blowing shit up? I could do that. I mean, do a bit of the wrong. Sound Desire. That would make sense. Ish. I've got a Sound Desire map somewhere. Here's the most annoying thing is trying to find the buildings to go with subpen, because subpens are relatively easy to build because they're just 6 chunks of polystyrene stuck together and then sprayed grey. Oh, why are you so far away? Why take pictures so far away, internet?
Oh, that's a homepage from days past. The Hovel one. This site was updated in 2021.
You know, see? It's on the cutting edge. It's all good. Forget about it. Hmm.
But they do have nice looking stuff. Let's see, can I... it's a pop-up window. Where is it? There it is. No, it's not. Bloody hell.
You were so close there. We can see the price list.
Yeah, that's...
Some thick concrete.
That doesn't work. That's a shame.
Oh, you can see, I mean, there's like a thing at the very corner.
Yeah.
People
not...
guess what the image is. Could it be a well?
Let's see, maybe this is working better now. See, there's some kind of...
We think that's better. Oh, there we go. Doesn't look like a well.
It looks a bit small for 25mm, but that might be just me, my eyes.
What? There's nothing to reference it. It's
Yeah,
not like there's a ruler beside it.
That's probably the
That could
thing.
be the size of your head.
And it also could be very, very small.
Oh, that was a very good guess then. Apparently that's what Andy's painting. Out of everything on the site you could have picked. It could be 40 foot tall.
Also could be a massive. Yeah, that's a nice one. Looking forward to seeing pictures on the OTT project system of that or not. Doug, what's that weird link you've provided there?
It's whatever he's working on currently. Here's a question then. And I'm assuming this is probably going to split along age and genre lines. But I was recently talking to somebody who plays Flames of War, and they were complaining about, weirdly, Timecast, in that the buildings, you couldn't take the roofs or floors off. And I went, but why would you want to? To put men inside them? Just set them to one side. And it seems to be a, oh, you can get into every level. Well, I don't care. I honestly, if a building looks like the correct type of building for a street, then I'll remember where the miniatures are. Leave one outside the front door.
Yeah, I don't see the problem either.
Yeah, so that's more or less where I am.
People are strange at times, seeing problems where there are none.
I think it's just a modern thing with kids. they like to be able to play inside them like they're dolls' houses. Because he was even saying things like, scale wise they look a bit smaller than the other sort of 15 mil stuff from Battlefront, which are probably scaled slightly bigger because you need to be able to fit medium bases inside them based on their scales. So they tend to be very rectangular, regardless of what the building should actually be like in real life. And I was going, well, the last time I played a Napoleonic game, we had a little sheet of felt that was about 4 inches by 6 inches, and on that was a whole host of buildings, because that was the town surrounding the bridge, and none of those buildings were to scale with the miniatures we were playing. But that was okay, because you weren't going in that town. You were either defending it from the outside or trying to attack it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I get why people would want things to be in scale, but at the same time, I also see the point why you can't have that.
Depends on the game, but in most cases, scale is so massively off when it comes to terrain. Think about trees and hills.
Yeah. Or shooting ranges.
Well, shooting ranges are well out, but what's an average hill? 2 inches, so 3 to 5 centimeters ish would be a hill. But at 1/48 or 28 mil scale, that is actually such a small bump compared to an actual hill type hill that it would give you no benefits whatsoever. Divots in the ground.
Oh,
So everything's already abstracted to begin with.
Also, the old ancient joke of 10 Marines in a Rhino.
It's fine. Can't do that because you've already got 4 elephants in it. So 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Yeah, that's...
Wow. I have to spend some time looking up fucking German U-boat pens.
Yeah, Demon, I think it's going to be interesting if people get to play with old armies against Primaris stuff.
Just for the U-boats, yes. I want to put the U-boat on the table, and I'm thinking the best way to do it is to do some sort of commando raid on some sub-pens or an installation behind, and therefore it will give me an excuse to have it on the side of the table.
Why would you need an excuse to have it on table? Just have a dry dock.
Well, see, if I'm just using it as terrain, I don't need the guys to be painted because they're not going to be on it. I thought I found them the other day because I said they were over there, and then I went looking for them and I didn't put them over there. But then when I was looking for something else over here, I lifted out a box that I was sure was filled with duplicates of Moonstone figures and opened it up. It in actual fact contained the AA and pack guns and the snorkel and periscope for the U-boat, which blew me away because I was not expecting them to be in a box over there, which was labelled Moonstone figures for Jerry and Ryan. Do not put to the lockup. So I have no idea where those Moonstone figures are. To be fair, Ryan's gone, so no massive rush on that one.
In the U-boat, presumably hiding in the lower parts.
Well, I do have Indiana Jones. I got from Germany actually recently. He's somewhere here. It's a bag of resin horses. It's not them. There he is. So I've got Indiana Jones, and I've got my Ark of the Covenant. So I could do pulp, but this is actually for 0 to 200 hours. So not pulp. Kind of pulp-esque, pulp adjacent.
Not historically accurate, but almost.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It contains cards and dice with funny symbols on it and stuff. So I need to read the rules and work out what's going on. But no need to do that until I've Tiny Fighting Men finished painting. My future is a lot of SAS and commando types and denizen smocks.
You may want to get some sleep.
Outrageous. Outrageous. Anyway.
Yeah, I think we called it a day or
Yeah.
a night or whatever.
One of those, certainly.
I called it.
In fact, it's been both. It was a
fun.
day, and then it became night.
And also, I had fun, and I hope you at
yeah.
home had fun and were productive. And if not, why not? And
Go and Google banana washer.
And on Thursday, I will be sitting in chat of the cookie cutter do the mahikis and be talking gobshite again.
That does sound like you, to be fair.
Yes. Maybe even having a beer or two, just for funsies. So with that, thanks Jerry for being here, and thank you at home, and see you a lot next week. And now get off my lawn, you wankers. Bye.